Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Olga, the creator of Olga's Flavor Factory, where I share step-by-step recipes, meal planning, meal prepping, and lots of practical tips. I give you all my cooking secrets to make homemade cooking easy. My husband Sergi and I have been happily married since 2006, and we live in sunny Florida with our 2 boys. We were both born in the country of Belarus. Then we immigrated with our families to the US. We met in the state of New York. That's where we met and fell in love. And that's why a lot of my recipes have an Eastern European flair. That's the food I grew up with. I grew up as the oldest of 6 kids, and one year for Christmas, I decided that I was gonna make a cookbook with all of our family favorite recipes to give to my sisters. The cookbook project turned out to be a much bigger project than I had anticipated. I thought it was gonna be so easy, just write down the recipes, take some pictures, no big deal, it'll come together quickly. I was not used to writing recipes where you had to measure ingredients. Everything I had cooked up until that point was all by look and feel and taste, and that's how my mom cooked, my grandma's cooked, that's how I learned it. This is why I wanted to make the cookbook in the first place, so that all of those recipes that we loved so much as a family could be written down so that my younger sisters could be able to make those recipes over and over again, and so that it would work out the first time that they made it. The cookbook turned out a lot smaller than I had planned because it took me so much longer than I thought it would, and my parents were so proud of that cookbook. They kept showing it to all their friends, and people would ask me to print them a copy of that cookbook. In the process of doing that cookbook, I discovered that I really loved recipe testing, and I loved sharing recipes with others, and I wanted to be able to share more recipes because remember, I had not even included half of the recipes that I wanted to share with my sisters in that cookbook. So I wanted to be able to share recipes much easier. My husband came up with the idea for me to start a website so that I could share those recipes with others in a very easy way online. At this point, I had no idea what food blogs were. I didn't even know they existed, but I did some research and I learned how to set up a website and how to take pictures, and it's been a very big learning curve for me. So that's how it all began, January 1st, 2012. And at this time, I was working as a nurse at night. I had gotten my degree before we got married. So I was working at night, and then during the day, I would work on my food blog as a hobby. It was so much fun. It was a creative outlet for me. It was just my husband and I at the time, so I had plenty of time to dive in. The first few years of blogging were in our tiny apartment kitchen, no fancy appliances, laminate countertops, but it didn't matter to me. I loved what I was doing, and I loved sharing it with all of you. I would love to know if any of you started following me way back then when I was still in that apartment, because I'm just so honored that you've been part of the journey for so long. And here we are today. My husband and I bought this house a few years into blogging. We remodeled this entire kitchen, so I've shared that whole process with you guys too. So now this is the space where I create recipes for my family and to share with all of you guys too. What started out as a hobby has now turned into my dream job. As of November 2020, I quit working as a nurse, and now I do this full time. I'm able to be home with my kids, work from home. This is a combination of so many things that I love. Cooking, creating new recipes, writing, and being able to share those things that make life in the kitchen easier with other busy moms. Even after doing this for so many years and developing hundreds of recipes, the process of trying and developing and testing a new recipe is still super fun for me. It's also so important for me that the recipes that I share will work for you the first time you make it. That's why before I post a new recipe, I test it at least 3 times before I even start taking pictures and writing down the recipe. As you can see, cooking is a huge passion of mine. But there's something I love even more: spending time with my family. The great thing about food is that it does build so much connection with your immediate family around the dinner table, or also with extended family and friends, meeting new people. There is something so special about inviting people into your personal space, into your home, sitting around the table and sharing good food, conversation. I love having that part of my life, but I don't want to be stuck in the kitchen cooking and frazzled with all the last minute details. I want to be at the table with everybody else. It's my mission to share the things that I found that make cooking more streamlined and efficient, so that you can have more time for the things in your life that really matter and have lasting value. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate all of you guys who have been following along and part of this community. And if you're new, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more recipes and helpful kitchen content.